Okay. I don't know if I've seen that one before. It's kind of halfway colored pencil, halfway watercolor. Remind me of some of the Guild Wars 2 loading screens. Except for they eventually change to a different art style. Or did they change from a different art style? It's been a while. All the more reasons to leave. What do you have? Love quests. Names and welcome to Little Alamigo. My name is Esmond, and I represent the Adventurers Guild. They're in every city and every town in every world. People here need any and all help that happens their way. Might you have come to lend a hand? If so, I'd first undertake a trial love quest to prove yourself capable of surviving the many trials. This task should serve as an adequate test. What say you, adventurer? Are you ready to face the challenge? Come to the attention of the Core Brigade. I may have acquired a copy of the Necromangus. Necromangus! Don't read it! That contain pages of a deadly void sin known as Evil V. Core Brigade will only use this knowledge to further the nefarious schemes. So it is in. So maybe it is Corpse Brigade. Yeah. So it was imperative the book is retrieved, its pages destroyed, and their creature trapped within sent back to hell. I'm sure this won't turn into Evil Dead or anything. Probably. Maybe. And there's no way to just walk out. Of course not. Just navigate through the tunnels for some reason. Ooh. There's a wasp I need. You're mine, wasp. Excessive force. No chit-ching. Honey. There's another one. No, wait, that's the corpse of the one I already killed. Are there any more around? Maybe? Come to me, drumstick. We have many annoying pests to find and kill. One thing that is slightly bothersome is that you can't attack while mounted. You would think that attacking would simply, you know, cancel them out. Yeah. But no. First, you must go through the extra step, getting off your mount. That is a big whatever that is. Rock climbing! What does the log say? Log says not good enough. Need to kill more forest Yazans. Yazan, laughing toad, whatever that is. A corpse, fire sprite, and a stromper. Not a stomper, stromper. All the missing pages. Okay. Oh, gather them from the corpses of people. Now I get it. Okay, you shoot thunder at me. It's my trick. No, I'm paralyzed. I don't know what that disadvantage does. I guess it's okay. Being paralyzed apparently isn't that bad. There's another one, right here. Did I just show up after the other guy died? This is the fastest reincarnation ever. Yeah, apparently killing them just causes them to respawn 10 feet away. I win. No, I don't. There's a demon here. A demony demon of demonness. And he hit me really hard. far less interesting than it could have been, considering that I had the Necronomicon and they were summoning something. You have no difficulty competing the other guild level. Blah, blah, blah. Come, drumstick. We have many things to do. Some interesting things built into the side of the hill over there. Also, apparently, friendly versions of these guys who previously had all been my enemies. Okay. Non-interactable. For shame. Weird invisible wall right there. Big, bad golem. Don't walk into the golem is bad. Welcome to the sunken temple. Or remains of it. It's almost like it's sunken or something. Blah, 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 blah. Investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. Temple with all manner of dangerous booby traps. Like Indiana Jones in there or something. Return. Would you wish to brave the depths? You're welcome. The other thing I wanted to do is attune to that crystal. And then I got a quest. Way over there. How thoughtful of someone to draw this tiny wooden bridge on the map. It's the kind of thing you wouldn't usually draw on a map. But with the whole very easily breaking the bridge type thing. That is a little 45 creature. Significantly higher level than me. This is probably not a good route to take. This thing right here, where it's actually not a path you can cross, but it looks like one. That's diabolical when they do that. $25 here, 35 on that rock, 45 past that rock. It's a big jump in level. Fly! No, it's not good enough. The red labyrinth. Does it require the red key card to get in? Gatekeeper. Why are all these guys higher level than me? This is only level 35 quest, right? This is not even fair. Wade through high level enemies to get to the quest at lower level. It's a dick move. Dick move. And there appears to be no door here, despite there clearly being an indicator of a door. I guess I need to go up. If I can even get up. I don't think I can climb all the way up from here. We'll have to go around. Attempting to avoid all the invisible walls, of which there appear to be many. As I slowly wander into the Sahara Desert, apparently. This is a big empty desert. Luckily, there is an oasis here. I'm sure there are lots of adventurers just waiting around here. So centrally located. Gigantic sandworm is a little more than nice in the desert, but oh, there's a lot of sandworms over there. Sandworms are angry. More sandworms. As I slowly get all of their attentions. Away, run away, run away. Must find tank. Just run away. That critical mass and the lightning too. There's so many dudes I can just keep chaining. Oh yeah. Oh man. I'm not participating anymore. Did all that work too. Yeah! You who's boss? That was fun. Something is chasing me. He's very angry. Not letting me go at all. Some sort of ancient palace fitted with smokestacks for some reason. Seems kind of silly. Now I gotta uncover this ancient historical artifacts that contain technology more advanced than what we've seen today. That makes perfect sense. off my giant chicken. And now he's double dead. Mage, you should be weak. No, mage 2. I think I'm just gonna stand here, cover my health for a little while. Look at what I got in my inventory. Aha, what's in here? Monsters! Make it. Am I like sleeping? Yes, I can sleep them. Oh. He's on me. Did. That does not recover very quickly. excuse me. That man appears to be drunk. Use the black blood of the earth to seal the fissure. You will come out no more. Okay, let's see. Get to here, I gotta go all the way back there. The other thing I have to do, get back to the city. It's actually a level 38 quest, which means it's higher level than me. So it's probably going to end just extremely well. Hey Norman, how's it going? I'm not dead yet. Just cutter's cut. Live at the Sanford and care. You hear that? That sounds like the whistling sounds with the whiffling snort with the fire catches. That's the Chimera. I've seen it. Sure to go right now. Your ability to make it out in one piece. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Ooh. Just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler. Oh, the promised soul. Some of the soap. Did you say? He's what's called a man of principle. He has a little too much principle, I say. Throw him in the river. What's wrong with wanting to live what's wrong with living to live when your life's at home in a big city? Blah, 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 blah. One by one. That's terrible. If you have died rather a hero rather than live as a coward. Now you know the reason I never stepped foot into that cave. I can't just waltz in. What kind of dungeon is this? Ooh. Another feature quest. Over the rock. That looks like it has eyes and is moving. That's not creepy at all. Blah 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 blah. Riddle me this, Batman! You ever found yourself in an unfortunate situation where your pockets were near to bursting with all manner of materia save for the sort you wanted the most? No. Well, I have. I'll tell you. It's like a stack of fishing poles to a gold mine. I'll ask you what if you were able to melt them down a couple of pieces in time to mold them into a shiny new piece. Most hardy producer is something we like to call shifty making. Master Unimix calls it. Myself, I've coined the term transmutation! Transmutate! How does it all work, you ask? Ah, magic and fairy dust. I can tell you, but why ask a student when you can learn from the master? Find Unimix right over there. Likely jumping out of his boots. Teach me another quest. Uplanders seek knowing of shifty making, yes? An Uplander should make open ears to tongue flaps of Nutimex. Process of shifty making is of big help use. First, be taking 5 need not materia, yes? Melty mix this one, melty mix that one, squeeze and smash, then big eyes. 5 need nuts are reborn as one shiny moon. Sure, but shifty making is not simple like crafty making. Knowings of shifty making are much and many, and Uplander's brain case, though big for Uplander, is small. Uplander need not be making worry face. If Uplander has many need not maternia, bring them to tent ring. Mutamix will shifty make for Uplander. Time, free of charge. Bring the goblin 5 pieces of unwanted materia, and he will transmute them into a single new piece to use as you see fit. That said, materia transmutation remains an inexact science. As for what manner of materia will emerge, Goblin Genius himself can say, it is a random number generator. Fear its power, and worship at its steps. It's expensive to travel, but considering that I just got 227 gil for basically doing nothing, I think I'm okay. So you want to be a pugilist? No, not really yet. Let's go to the Weaver's Guild. Mess with the minors. You'll get arrested for hanging out with people who are underage. I have come to report my success. I have slain the people who were popping up in the desert, even though they posed no threat to anyone and in fact did not become aggressive until I went in there to aggravate them. Huh. The blackness you have awoken, if only you didn't go there to awaken it. I didn't tell you to go there. Such settle within you. Time is needed. Be patient. Continue practice your mastering of the arcade and come to me once more of your dark arts. Once more when the dark arts is as much as... Dark art is as much you as you it. Stare into the darkness as it stares into you. And a cutscene. And a shift 220% of your own maximum MP to target party member. Swift cast. Next spell will be cast immediately. Seems rather useful. Freeze. Covers a designated area in ice, dealing ice damage with potency of 100. Additional effect, Bind. Additional effect grants umbral ice or removes astral fire. 231, which makes it much more expensive than my previous blizzard spells. It should go there, not there. I have far too many things. Should I really do? I wonder if I can have it. Making a change to the UI! Oh my gosh! It's crazy. And now I've completely screwed myself up because I don't know where the thing is anymore. Uh-oh. I needed that. That's not what I wanted. Cannot grab. Damn you. That was Swift Cast, and the other one was... What was the other one? The other one was the other Black Mage one that I had learned. Yeah, that's Mana Ward. Convert. Combat. So I'll have there. It'll probably make things better. Maybe. Now probably make everything worse now. Let's see. I need to buy some gristle rings. We can rename our Chocobo. But why would I ever want to rename him? That's just silly. Items, gear, duty, love quests, crafting. No. They don't happen to say where to buy gristle rings. For presumably, you can buy them in the market. The big market in this town. Is up here. Let's see here. We got materia over there. And we got summoning bell. Tool. Two guys who refuse to look at each other. Sure. Ah, potions. Would you like some blood? I got blood for you. Antidote. I don't need an antidote. Cures blindness. It's fantasy settings where blindness can be cured by the simple application of some eye drops. That... Don't use that. Probably should, though. Why is there no automatically reorganize button? Just high potions, low potions. It's shiny and sparkly. But I don't know why it's shiny and sparkly. Tradecraft. Okay, don't need that. Dies. You came all the way from Oldan to sell my wares. Technically, so did I. It's almost to the third verse to novelty. Change in progress. I'm going to need a new approach if I'm going to get going here. Perhaps an old one. Perhaps I shall tell you my quest later, but for now, you are far too low level. Get out of my face. Not seeing anybody who sells gristle rings. I'm going to have quite the time trying to find one. So you want to be a conjurer. Actually, I do want to be a conjurer. But first... I totally cannot use those. Like, at all. Never anything good in my inventory. Let's see, bracelets. Anywho, like I say, I want to be a conjurer. To the Conjurer's Guild I go. I shall become healer. Creator of worlds, I guess. And there's where I saw a sight that was recorded in my journal forever. We all know, all good healers live in the roots of trees. I guess Bibbidi and Bobbidi. Inside you'll find Boo. Go quietly within the cavern, lest you misunderstand. I speak not of such sounds as one's ears might hear. Here we open our hearts to the whisper of the elementals. Take care that you do not disturb their communion by bringing in tumultuous thoughts. Think good thoughts, otherwise they will banish you to the cornfield. You don't want to be banished to the cornfield, do you? Well met, adventurer. You are come to Stillglade Fane, home of the Conjurer's Guild. We conjurers harness the power of earth, wind, and water. Earth, but not fire and not heart. For if we combined those, we would have Captain Planet, and that's just not appropriate. Bound to nature, and whereby weave spells of healing and protection. We are even more flower child than the elves out there. They think they're hippie, but we're the real hippies. Ever do we seek noble souls to initiate into our mysteries. You're not like a black mage using destructive powers of death and destruction and like evil, are you? No. Then allow me to provide you with an overview of what it is to be a conjurer. First, you say bibbidi. Then, you say bobbidi. And then, you conjure things from thin air. That's it. Conjuring is the art of healing and purification. I don't think that's true. I think it's the art of making stuff out of thin air. Practitioners harness the power of nature that you might bring about change in the form of spells, primitive magic such as that once wrought by individuals known as mages, meaning those with the ability to manipulate aether, have existed since the dawn of time. It was not until 5 centuries ago that conjuring emerged from the shapeless amalgamation. Spells and charms, which leads to the founding of Gridania. It is at the very core of our existence, the most hippie and flower child of all things. In these dark days, the elementals would not suffer man's presence in the 12 woods. In those dark days, then, 12 words forcing our forebears to make their homes beneath the earth. But we dug too deep, too greedily, in the great subterranean cities of Gilmora. But their desire to settle the 12 words continued to burn fiercely. Time and time again, they sought to curry the elementals' favors. Unlike men and other creatures bound in temples of flesh, the elementals are beings of pure aether. Recognize this, the mages of Eld reasoned that their talent at etheric manipulation might allow them to commune with these, theretofore enigmatic entities. Took 5 long decades, but our forebears finally succeeded. Their reward, the elementals' permission to dwell in the 12 woods. And forever we basked among the trees. So it was that the nation of Gridania was born. Since that time, the elementals have taught us to live as one with nature. Except for those Carpenter Guild guys over there who chop down trees left and right to make stuff. Speaking to all Gridania through the through the hearers, those mages who are able to commune with them. As for the intermediaries with the elementals, the healers would go into attain greater mysteries over the forces of nature. They did this convince the art of conjuring. It's conjuring, man. You gotta like be one with nature and stuff. And that, my most attentive listener, what were you saying? Is a brief history of conjuring. So in review, there were trees, they didn't like us, but then we decided to commune using magic, and then we made magic of nature, and that is how conjuring exists. If you have a mind to walk our path, I hereby recommend, I wholeheartedly recommend you join our guild. Yes, your black heart full of black evil magic will work wonderful in our guild of nature and peace. My pleasure to explain the initiation process to you. Please speak when you are ready. A weathered cane. As well, I shall introduce you to our guildmaster, Brother E. Sumiyan. Brother E. Sumiyan presides over the Conjurer's Guild, even as he serves the nation as a hearer. You will find a meditation in the area within. Go to him and make known your desire to join the guild. We literally accept anyone who wanders in off the street and says that they might be interested. That man is asleep. Thought you wouldn't notice. It is a funny cat man. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to become a conjurer of Stillglade fame. I literally overheard you talking loudly about it over there, since there was no other possible way I could have heard about it. I am Brother E. Sumayarn, Master of the Guild, and you can't tell whether I'm 13 or 300. Now, before you are formally accepted into our rates, I would impart to you the principle of conjuring. Principles of conjuring. Conjuring is an art that makes life and takes life and living for its domain. Like takes forcefully? That doesn't seem peaceful. Primary purpose is the salving of hurt and the granting of protection. It is a healing art. Do you wish to be a healer? Well, if you wish to be a healer, then you better choose... If you wish to be a low-level healer, you better choose our class, because it's the only healing class. We have you over a barrel, adventurer. Off stand upon the front lines of battle. Owing to this, you are like to find yourself in many situations where a capacity for healing would be to your advantage, mind you. There is more to conjuring than that. Harnessing the power of earth, wind, water, fire, heart. Conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc, but not as good as their DPS counterparts. In terms of conjuring may pale in comparison to Thaumatology. Those damn dirty black mages. I hope there aren't any around here. Its capacity to defend when its aggression more than compensates for its relative shortcomings. You may not DPS as hard, but you DPS longer. Mastering hearing purification, not only will you be able to mend the wounds and purge afflictions, you will also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. You will spit in the eye of death and become God. More than simply healers, yet not true dealers of destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ their power in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. You will be a support class. Perhaps that was too much to grasp on a single hearing. It's a lot of exposition. Or enough, the meaning of my words become clear to you in due time. You will come to understand that conjuring is not the sole providence of the conjurer. Should you wish to walk this path, I must needs ask that you solemnly vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals in the 12 words alike. Can you make this vow? Do I still get to burn stuff when I switch weapons? Yeah. Okay, I'm in. I knew your lips had parted. My lips technically did not part. I actually did not say anything to you. I nodded my head. Yet I am none the less pleased to hear it. By the power vested in me, I now declare you woman and different kind of pointy stick. If you would be so kind as to lend me your hunting log, I shall add to it the names of such creatures as would pose a suitable challenge to a conjurer. There's going to be lots of tiny squirrels in there because conjurers are a healing class, not a damage class. Despite some momentum education, I present you this cane. It's literally the worst one I could possibly find. There's nothing worse in the entire game than this. Though it may be old and weathered and crooked, and it kind of smells funny, and also it's discolored, and really you don't want to wield it, it will serve you well as the first steps into the path to conjurer. Take up this cane and present yourself to me once more. I would assign you your first task. Number of available gear slots increased. No gear set is chosen. Aha! Now I have my Black Mage gear set. I'm probably going to be stripped of all of my clothes once I switch classes, because none of these clothes are going to work at level 1. So this will look great. Where did my new weapon go? Hello? New weapon? Where did you go? Oh, there you are. You blended in so well because you're basically the exact same thing. Except for you are a cane now. Watch as I lose my shirt by becoming a white mage. Hey! Gotta have them pants. Let's see here. So I suppose the little note means that it belongs to a setup for a different class. Okay, I can live with that. Army bonus. You have changed to a new battle class. To lessen the burden of leveling multiple disciplines of war and magic classes. You know, we want you to grind, but we don't want you to grind so hard your eyeballs fall out. So we're going to make it slightly easier. An experience point bonus, known as Armory bonus, is added when slaying enemies and participating in fates. But only those two activities. This bonus grows larger the greater the discrepancy between your current level and the level of your highest class. Use this to your advantage when deciding when and how to raise secondary classes. We recommend that you get as high a level as possible in one class, to make it easier for all the other classes. Max that sucker out so you can get that good, sweet bonus. Which is to assign you the first task of your conjurer. This part of Conjurer becomes you. Without further ado, I shall assign you your first task as a conjurer of Stillglade fame. Just beyond the city gates, you will encounter squirrels, ladybugs, and Fun guards. I would have you slay 3 of each. There is no better way of showing that you are one with nature than going out and killing nature. Lest you wonder how you can so cruelly order you or taking your life, know that these things are not as they once were. As a consequence of the calamity, and I might add, though no fault of our own, we totally are not responsible for this. We didn't cause it. We didn't have any sort of magical calamity. Nope, 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 nope. These creatures have become a burden to 12-wood, a burden that we'll bear. Man, those squirrels and ladybugs, they're such a burden. If you don't kill them, it'll just be the end of the world. This conjurer is your duty to carry out the will of the forest. And by imploring the powers and doing so, you will come to learn something of your art. Go now. Perform your first task, name of the elementals. You just totally made that crap up, didn't you? You're just like, oh man, I'm gonna go tell this new recruit to go kill a bunch of ladybugs. We'll laugh at him as he actually goes and does it. Might you perchance be comfortable around Vilekin? If so, I have urgent need of your assistance. You see, I was preparing for the forthcoming auguries when I found, to my great embarrassment, that we lacked the requisite quantities of scarlet oil. Is that much to ask? I would be most grateful if you could resupply us in time for the ceremony. Scarlet oil can be harvested from ladybugs, such as those found near the bannock. 6 of the Vilekin should yield the necessary amount. May return when you have enough of it. What a coincidence! I was going to look for ladybugs. So I'm going just south of the city. Didn't go with that door anymore. Crazy. That's not gonna take me where I want to go. That'll only take me inside the city. There's a box of demons over there. It's a box of rocks of demons. Let's see here. Stone! Everybody must get stoned! Stone only costs 4 mana to use. And I have 148. That is a lot of uses of stone at one time. Of course, I already have the signature ability of all white mages. Cure. Gots to have that heal spell. And already I'm level 3. That was incredibly easy. Remember, this is all for the good of the forest. Killing these little ladybugs, which are actually about half the size of my character, so not so little, is very good for the city. Wind damage with a potence of 50. Instant cast. Instant cast, good. Thunganator. They get real big real fast. I'm not entirely sure how that stone passed through that other guy without actually hitting him. Can I ride my mount? Yes, I can! It may be low level, but I still have drumstick. Yes, now we are both wearing silly hats. A viscous yet odorless secretion taken from the underbellies of a common ladybug. That is disgusting and terrible. Yes, everything appears to be in order. We shall smell of ladybugs. I do not know how this improves the power of the conjurings, but it does. Grateful to the Elementors for delivering this to us. Pray accept a small token of our appreciation. Yo. Eventually, the Elementals have told me of your success. And by Elementals, I mean that I totally wasn't spying on you and laughing at you for killing ladybugs in a needless quest. And placing yourselves in the midst of nature and seeing everything, you're taking your first steps along the path to enlightenment, healing, protection, and destruction. Those things don't all fit together. I think one's different. Where spells may vary in function, they all derive from the power from the same source. The force is emboldened in all creation. By getting a true understanding of nature, a conjurer may call upon him. Blah, 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 blah. Ah, yes, here's a familiar look. The very picture of confusion. All low-level adventurers look confused. In due time. For now, you must learn to reach out to the forces emboldened in each of us. Pray, hearken to my instruction. Breathe deep and open your eyes to that which cannot be seen. You gotta, like, see the things that can't be seen, man. The mirror life around you and draw upon its boundless reservoirs of energy. Take up your cane, lend that energy from. Go forth, my young conjurer, and be at one with the world. Return to me when you have learned to draw upon the forces. Blah, 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 blah. I'm already at one with nature. Do I need to be more at nature? It's good to see you! By the air's serenity that surrounds you. Sure got better fast. It's a plan that you have learned to drop on the energy of creation. I am glad. As well as become power of the energy. Creation is not one thing but many. To call upon all without first knowing each of the conjuring is most basic. Part of your conjuring education is my desire that you now... It is my desire that you now learn about the element of Earth. Make your way to Blessed Bud in North Shroud, and there partake of Healer Northstone's wisdom. The depth of his affinity elemental for rock and soil is all but unique among conjurers, and these gifts blah 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 blah. You're going to learn earthbending. I mean, earth channeling. I mean, earth stuff. Even though you already know stone, which may only be the only spell you learn for that. Nose knows. All your nose. These tiny scorpions seem awfully familiar. So that is a very angry Trent right there. It's quite a bit of range. Everybody must get stoned. black mage, I would constantly be running out of magic. White mage, not so much. Bud! Bloody their noses a bit to ensure they keep their distance. But just a bit. You don't want to be too evil. Throw rocks at them. Show them who's boss. Damn you. Only I can throw rocks. It's my specialty, not yours. I hit the wrong thing. How embarrassing. Fate completed. Music's all tense. You seek healer Nolan? Then seek no more, for you have found him. What can I do for you, friend? So Brother Isumiyan bid you come to me to learn the element of earth? This is well. Power of earth is the solid foundation upon which a conjurer stands. You can't actually, stand on air. It's not solid. I could happily lecture you for days in its intricate variations and properties. For example, igneous versus sedimentary. Completely different. But I rather suspect your busy life of an adventurer would not afford time required for such extended discourse. Accordingly, I shall offer you an opportunity to experience the qualities of Earth firsthand, in combat. Prepare yourself, for I shall hit you with many rocks until you learn your lesson. Now, mark me well, and do exactly as I command. East of here, in the ground of Tree Speak Stable, there exists a patch of soil which bears the mark of corruption. Seek it out. When you have found the place, reach out to the folks of the Earth's trauma and attempt to commune with it as all conjurers can. If you can't, it means you're a failure and should give up. Resentful of your intrusion, the tainted being that feasts upon unseen, upon the energy seeping from the wounded earth shall then appear. Using the powers of conjuring, strike it down, and permit the land a chance to heal. I would do this myself, but I am very busy, worshipping this rock for some reason. Much of the nature of Earth will be revealed to you during the struggle, Sheila. Either that or you will die. Either way, you are out of my hair. I trust you will return to me a wiser woman than she who now departs. You will not actually learn any spells or anything, but somehow by fighting a creature you become better. Or something. Really, I'm just here to get stoned, like everyone else in this guild. This is a ranch. It's ice turn you on, lead you north. If you wish to stretch your legs, suggest you take it for the sake of Oh! Corrupted soil sitting right on the edge of the patch there. It's no good. The earth is angry, so hit it with more earth. The only way to break a stone is with more stones, right? That rock didn't stand a chance. I just threw more rocks at it until it went away. I need your help with the pest problem. We've got all these wolves and hey, where are you going? Well, I don't feel like I learned anything or accomplished anything, but at least I killed that stone elemental. Probably. Welcome back, Sheila. The elementals whisper of your accomplishments. Also, these two girls beside me whisper of your accomplishments. They were watching me. How did it feel to confront the embodiment of Earth? To endure its onslaught? Have the crushing power of this elemental shake the very marrow of your bones? Yes, it threw rocks at you that crushed and mangled your body, and yet you did not really get anything out of it. It's almost as if that was entirely pointless and mean-spirited. Corruption occurs when the land's wounds are prevented from healing. In vanquishing the tainted spirit, you permitted the earth's energies to flow unimpeded and to nourish the lands once more. Your silly hat shall rock the very foundations of the earth. Can you not sense the strength of the earth returning? No, I really can't. Already the land begins to heal, thanks to your actions. That field will once again bear bountiful crops. Many gristle greens which you cannot purchase because you do not know where the vendor is. When next you have reason to call upon your art, look back upon this task and that which you accomplished. By killing this one thing, you will be able to kill many other things. The true nature of conjuration. Experience once more the grinding weight of the earth's fury, and revel in the memory of life flowing anew through the lands you help restore. With such thoughts shall your understanding of nature continue to grow. I hope you were paying attention, Sylphie. There will be a test afterwards. Ah, you thought we were looking at the camera and the person playing the game, but no, we were looking at the person standing directly behind the camera. You, being a person and not a cat girl or a tiny person, have no magical aptitude. See this adventurer here? Sheila came all the way from Stillglade Fane just to hear my lesson. You, meanwhile, wouldn't sit still for 2 seconds to listen to me ramble on and on about Earth in a nonsensical manner. You would do well to learn from her example. If you wish to become a conjurer worthy of the name, you must make an effort to study nature. You see those plants over there? How is it that they move and slide on the ground, and yet they do not leave? If you wish to become a conjurer, do you attend me, young lady? I don't even know what I mean by that. Why should I bother studying nature? I mean, it's not like it's going to change. It just naturally occurs everywhere. I can conjure already. This shot of my ankle shows it for some reason. You are now all death. See? That magical light show proves that I can do all sorts of neat magic. You have a rare gift for healing. Apparently it only works on those who are already fully healed, so it is not a useful gift, but it is a rare gift. Yet there is more to being a conjurer than just healing. You must also learn to occasionally do DPS when you are not currently healing. But I don't want to do more. I want to heal. I'm good at healing. I'm the best healer in every team. I'm like A1. It weren't for me, they'd all be dead. You can't make me do those other things. You can't make me actually do DPS. I'm gonna sit here and heal and not contribute to anything. That girl, she is so annoying. Sometimes I wonder why I even try. She is like this stone, unchanging, unyielding. Won't that stone fall apart if left there for a few thousand years? Unchanging! Now get the heck out. Sylphie joined the guild shortly before you came to us. As you yourself just experienced, she possesses a prodigious talent for healing. Once again, only healing those who aren't injured is not very useful, but it is cool looking. Indeed, despite her tender years, I know a few conjurers who are her equal in the field. If she was in your dungeon, you would never even take 2 points of damage. It's amazing. Alas, nature, the very wellspring of her power, holds no interest for the child. And when she should by all rights be learning about the land, she prefers instead to wander it, healing people on a whim. She's a very good Samaritan. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of a dick for trying to force her to learn nature when she is instead helping people, like some sort of medical nurse or nightingale or something wonderful. But no, she's got to learn about these plants and this nature stuff. Otherwise, it's all pointless. That guy you helped not die? Pointless, so he didn't know about nature. You, in contrast, are a most attentive student. I have taught you all I know of the element of earth. You may return back to Brother Isumi and tell him as much. Notice how quickly you learned everything I know about the element of earth. It's almost as if I know absolutely nothing about anything, and am in fact impeding a poor young girl who is just trying to help people. But never mind me, as always. I'm sitting here just so I can get stoned. Everybody must get stoned. You have a funny name. No, I speak not of dark deeds. Okay. I mean only to have you deliver something. I myself not dare venture deep into the words, but you might be capable of defending yourself. Your colleague Yilling has furnished you with the item in question. Provide all the necessary directions. We should be somewhere behind the stable, supervising the buildings. So you're literally just here to tell people to go somewhere else for the actual quest. Great. You got a mind of stuff made useful. If you got a mind to make yourself useful, why don't you call some of them meddling for us? We train a lot of chocobos here, and there's young'uns go wild when they get a sniff of the Mechlin. Some even know they're bloomin' riders. Let me tell you, it ain't easy training a chocobo when she drops you on your head. Every time she sees a shadow, I've been dropped on my head so many times I don't know which way's up anymore. We've been getting nowhere with the birds lately. You could rid us of the few of them Mechlin and be on your debt. Drumstick is a tiny chocobo. Oh yeah, you're really directing a lot of people back here. Well, I'll be. We actually found somebody willing to lend me a hand. Grab one of them burlap sacks over there, top the crate guy. Tain't the most convenient location to be sure, but wherever can you store that stinking shite? Nowhere a visiting customer might catch a whiff, that's for sure. Deliver it to Neverland at the Blessed Bud. That's west of here, in case you've been wondering. Seems our conjurer friends made this garden pretty bloomin' serious. Seems our conjurer friend made his garden pretty bloomin' serious. Ah, big old sack of manure bigger than my character. Actually, 3 sacks of manure, which are indeed much larger than she is. Ah, and here we go. A sack of shit for a sack of shit. Odd. Is that what I think it is? Do you got poo on your shoe? Praise the elementals. Cannot thank you enough for your kindness. This bounty of chocobo manure shall nourish the plants and ensure their continued growth. Please allay my sincerest thanks to Vinery upon your return to Tree Speak Stables. Word of advice, wash your hands quickly, lest the cloying stench of feces linger. I didn't notice it was raining, and thus it shouldn't be a problem. Because like I always like to say, I'm just here to get stoned. It causes wind damage over time. I did not even know that. Oh, it stopped raining. Come with me, drumstick. We ride. Also, why did I need to deliver manure like 50 feet? Thank you for your help. We can finally get back to training the young birds. Chocobo's skittish by nature, see, and training them takes a good deal of patience. Don't make the task no easier that soldiers and adventurers tend to ride them towards danger rather than away from it. Anyway, we're grateful for your help. Here's a small token of our gratitude. It's 135 gil. We haven't forgotten you helping us out in there, Mentlin. Speaking of which, if you got a bit more time to spare, could trouble you to go gather you some aphids? You can find them living in tangled undergrowth near Blessed Bud. But don't be surprised if your presence attracts a staunch ladybug or two. They're rather fond of the weave owl, can you see? When you gather the aphids, deliver them to Captain Captain Git over at Etat's Spy. Tell him Tree Speak Stable sends its regards. Welcome back, friend. I gather from the smell that your task is completed. Oh my, did I neglect to inform you of the sex contents? I cannot apologize enough. It would certainly explain why you agreed to help with the countless others turn their noses up at the idea, so to speak. Well, what's done is done. Pray accept this or your trouble along with my thanks. This job stinks. At least it's not a little ladybug. It's a Dudrin ladybug. Completely different. Search for them. Take an extra step to gather them. That's not entirely necessary. The guard at the spire seeks a diligent adventurer to scrub clean a pair of begrimied road signs. Couldn't lend a hand, have you? Well then, you're welcome to a task from my seemingly never-ending list. I'm real busy cooking stew here, so you can do it yourself. I'll need you to head west along the road and scrub down 2 of the Malm stones. Swear by Nafoka. He assigns accumulate dust dirt and grime with almost unnatural haste. Speak with Quibide, and trees speak stable once you've seen to them. She'll be glad to hear that the Malm stones are clean. The next 3 bells at least. Is that? You have something for me? A single aphid. This is indeed a blessing. What use have we for aprons, you ask? Well, they're oil, of course. There is naught better to maintain our weapons. We slice them open and rub them all over our swords. Were it not for the timely delivery, I would have been forced to send a sentry to replenish our clothing supplies. Oh, that would be terrible if you actually had to have someone do something for once. Think about it personally. Next quest in the chain. Wishes to enlist your services and venture XXO. Aye, Sheila, just a person. Your efforts on behalf of the Tree Speaker Stables mark you as a genuine talent. If you have confidence in your battlecraft, mayhaps you would agree to help us fight against the Ixal. According to reports, Ixal scouts have been sighted by the river, due west of here. Those areas uninhabited. It borders Tree Speaker Stables and Blessed Bud. We mean to drive them off before they can threaten our people. If several of their scouting parties were to be similarly dispatched, blah, 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 blah. Slay 2, Ixal, blah, 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 Ixal Lostwing, Ixal Slowbeaks. Show them the price they must pay for setting foot in our territory. Slaughter them mercilessly. The true way of the conjurer. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrubbing them clean. Scrub, 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 scrub. Oh, there's another one somewhere, too. Cleric stance. Increase attack magic potency by 5%. Temporarily make yourself a better DPS, even though you're not a very good DPS because you're not supposed to be. Let's see, what do they look like? They look like lizards with big horny horns. Invasion up! Oh no! He used double team on me! Ow. That was ow. I need you to die. What does the hunting log say? Hunting log says I must kill many chiggers and water sprites and min swarms and midichlorians and vultures and a whole lot of things. Your DPS is weak. Oopu oopu. Oopu. Oop. Oopa. Oop oop. Up up up. It's a monkey. My DPS is most weak. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Scrubbing everywhere. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Yeah, can't make that. It's almost like it's supposed to be inconvenient to get up there or something. It was bloody work, but it had to be done. Your services to Gridania will not be forgotten. Except for in 2 minutes when I forget. Thanks to you, we now have time to plot our next move. We can muster our forces and take the battle to the Birdmen. So they are Tengus. We'll consolidate our defenses before they return. I must needs consult with the commander. Speak in overly dramatic language, I do. Squirrel and Ladybug had a fight and they both died. Hello, crazy cat lady. It's like you've been cleaning Malmstones. Well, thank you. All the chores need to be going on around here. I was afraid that you might be left to get even filthier. It's not just that they're an eyesore, by the way. In that stage, the creatures around here are want to lay their eggs on them. That's disgusting. As to why, well, only assume their preferred nesting trees are in short supply these days. Be that as it may, we can't have monsters hatching from roadside signs. That would be terrible. You're trying to read which way to go to get to the eating place, and all of a sudden a monster jumps out and hits you. It's weird. Bats are dangerous enough as it is. Perhaps a sparkling of string brew would keep the beasts away. I smell another quest! I need someone to slay oops and recover stolen property. Did you hear about Demetria of Hessa? Apparently Ups have crept into her stores and made off with her muntine beans. Ordinary ones go for those with the foul odor and everything. If we obscure the truth be told, a good many of us are be glad to be rid of the stench. Still, we can't stand to see Demetria so dispirited. Would you track down those thieving Ups and recover the multi beans? I'm told 6 bags were taken. That's a lot of beans. Is well respected by all the women in his Hurst Mill. So it would be do well to in your favor. So be polite, smile, and don't interrupt her if she goes off on one of her tangents. No one in this game goes off on tangents. It never happens. Trust me, also has just the right of fear. Runs the Ups on the way. With luck, you might even encounter the bean thieves themselves. There's bean thieves to be had. Look at all them bean thieves. Beans. Monkey beans. Beware my power. So I gotta go into town. Come, drumstick. Okay, so it was in North Shroud. I went entirely the wrong way. Man, am I embarrassed. Well, no. I can wear my silly robe now. It still is just as hideous as it was before. No, that one's better. Can't equip. Can't use a silver black mage while being a white mage. Who would have thought? There is no teleport up there. There might be a porter. I matched Drumstick! The rider and the giant chicken are become one. Fear me, for I had the fanciest of all magical stances. You, Birdman. I wish to register here. Suppose there's nothing to be done. What's that, young lady? You got something for me? Yes, I got beans for you. My missing bag of beans? But how? You didn't track down those bunch of oops, did you? I had all but given up my hope before you arrived, but with these beans, I can make enough Moon Tai tonic for everyone in Hillsmead. It'll be the greatest feast of all. As long as I have enough micro-chew leaflets to flavor it, there should be no complaints. Speaking of which, my son drank unflavored Mutai tonic the other day. He almost died. One of his friends challenged him to do it, he said. And do you know what? He drained the whole cup in one gulp without making so much as a face. Oh, he grows stronger and braver by the day, nay, the very hour. Either that or my secret recipe is rather more delicious than I imagined. Now that I think about it, a good many people have described the taste as unforgettable. Oh, I got the magic stick. I'm afraid I will have to decline at the moment. I have to turn in my old class quest and get the new class quest. Also, I'm leveling up so fast that all these side quests quickly become irrelevant. Kind of disappointing. He's just leveling up so fast. You can't keep making content. Tell me, why did you fear under Athens? Have you delved deeper into the earth and felt its suffocating weight, its life-sustaining vigor? Such experience will serve you well. And have you aught else to report? Fledgling conjurer named Sylph cast. A fledgling conjurer named Sylph cast healing magic on you. How kind of her. I have never met her before in my life. Just confess to sharing Nolian's frustration with the girl. As you yourself a witness, Sylph possesses a natural talent for the conjuring of mending and restoration. Alas, her gift appears to have blinded her to the need for study, and she outright refuses to learn about the natural world. She knows nothing of the elements of earth and wind, and is quite incapable of conjuring even the tiniest pebbles or the faintest breezes. But she is a healer, and she can do many good healy things. And, you know, like, make people better, and, like, do wonderful things, and not be bogged down with attacking people. You know, like in a setting, like a city, where people get hurt and they need... Screw you guys. I've tried upon numerous occasions to explain to the conjurers who are intolerant of all sources of their powers pose a risk to themselves and others. To all no avail. Should she continue to deny her power she owes to nature and indulge in her ever-reckless displays of power, there is even possibility that she will create a dangerous imbalance. Needless to say, I am presently at a loss as to know how such... Presently at a loss to know how such an eventuality might be prevented. A thought occurs to me. It may be that your encounter with Sylph has ordained by the elementals. Should you chance to meet her again, I ask that you strive to impress upon her the importance of opening oneself to nature's voice. Perhaps she will listen to you, random stranger. We have discussed our wayward friend's education enough. Let us speak instead of one of my more willing pupils, namely with the progress you have done well, blah 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 blah. You are new to the conjurer, you are no stranger to nature's embrace. Considering all that you have learned, I hope you understand the true significance of these words. Got the magic staff. Yeah, look at them pants. Next. She's learning about the element of wind. Earth. Wind. Water. Fire. Hot. Actually, funnily enough, aside from fire, which is decidedly in the black mage category, heart probably fits the conjurer. So they can mostly summon Captain Planet. Like 4/5. Meet party conjurer mentioned blah 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 blah. In your previous lesson, you learned about the element of earth. It is my desire that you next become acquainted with the wind. Can you paint with all of their colors? Travel to Full Flower Comb in the East Shroud and seek the teachings of Heather Wolfer. Those scant few years have passed since her coming of age. Oh, she's a youngin'. As a conjurer of consummate skill who is able to drive the will here, with uncommon clarity. I recommend you no better tutor for your lesson in the mysteries of wind. The rest of these guys have yet to reach even level 1. We're just going to sit around here and be a bunch of losers. Aha, it's trial by wind because they're not actually using fire. Ah, it's funny use. Trial by wind. Don't get winded. Your magic is weak. It's gonna take forever to kill anything. The killing dot. Bees. My God. Honeyworms. For catching fish, apparently. Mr. Sheila, brother, you should sent word to expect you. It shall be my pleasure to instruct you on the patterns of gusts and gales. Now, how to proceed. Pray forgive my hesitation. It was but recently that I attained the title of Hearer, and, well, you're my first student. Yes. I believe I have a suitable task for you. To the east of Sweet Bloom Pier, there is a small spring, giving rise to a pool. Go there and clear the air of the honeybee swarm, which lately took up residence in the area. You seem uncertain. Perhaps you wonder at the connection between my request and the subject of your study. I sympathize with you, but trust me. Inexperienced though I may seem, the deed will deepen your understanding of wind. Have you talked to the other guy? The guy who teaches about stone? Ah, yes, then you know that killing a random monster will teach you a lot about the elements, for some reason. That one. Come to me, drumstick. You have much to do. Ooh, it's the black goo. Oh yes. I suddenly feel myself being able to commune with wind, having a deep understanding. No, that's just bees stinging my face. Sorry. Welcome back. I take it the bees are no more? Tell me, did you happen to notice many of the Vilekin's preferred flowers in the vicinity of the spring? I ask because there were none. Strange, then, is it not that the bees should choose to congregate there? And what has caused this aberrant behavior? Still your mind and reach out with your senses. Can you feel it? The path of the wind veers from its natural course, sweeping hapless creatures along its wake. Something is playing havoc with the air currents. Such a disturbance bespeaks corruption. Return to the spring near Sweet Bloom Pier. Search for pockets of corrupted air. Should you find one, use your powers of conjuring to disperse it. I'm sure that you won't be jumped by a monster when you do so. Also, I'm sure it was entirely necessary for you to wander all the way over there, and then back to me, and then back over there, and then once they're done, back to me. Not a waste of time at all. No way. Oh yeah. Looks like there might be a little bit of corruption in here. Yeah, this huge pile. Do your duty. Shake that booty. come on. What the heck? Fair. Too many arrows. Can't beat them all. That is an ugly thing right there. Thanks for the help, lady. So I saw you were attacked by about, half-dozen wind elementals. That was pretty bad. It's almost like a death trap or something I sent you into. Let me return to Full Flower. We're not going to actually return you as well. We're going to have you walk back. Because we like deliberately wasting your time. Apologize for exposing you to such danger. Corruption was greater than I anticipated. It's a giant sludge monster. I expected only a tiny sludge monster. It is through such trials that we flourish as conjurers. Now then, Sheila. What did you learn as you struggled through with the air's grasp? You will doubtless have noticed that wind does not strike with the instant crushing force of earth. Instead, it torments one's form, dancing across every surface and leaving 1,000 tiny wounds in its wake. Death by 1,000 cuts. These are the agonies of erosion. Having experienced such pain, you are now intimately acquainted with the wind's capacity for destruction. No land is a stranger to its powers. When you stand under distant skies and feel the wind's familiar press around something you learn every day. I suppose I should be grateful that this latest elemental disturbance manifested itself at such an opportune time. Only the gods know what I would have thought, what I would have taught you if it had not. Only the gods know what I would have taught you had it not. So you had no plan. Great. The growing frequency of such phenomena begins to concern me. While it is true that calamity wrought such harm upon the 12th, I suspect some other force. I bid you be wary, Sheila. It's almost as if there is some very powerful conjurer who didn't study nature, who's causing everything to be imbalanced. Probably not relevant. When if almost wrestling on my time with me is at an end. The return to Stillwood Family and inform manifestory. Your mastery. Oh, and be sure to thank him for sending me such a willing first student. What's up, B-Man? Not only are they pinching the honey from our hives, but they're killing precious bee in the process, please. the bees are doing more damage than I am. Fantastic. You shall not die today, Swarm. But I probably will. Exactly does one heal a swarm of bees? Do you individually heal each bee, or is it just like a cloud of healing and they all fly through it? Yeah, 2,000 seals. Seals. Art. Yeah, it's a terrible joke. Apply for promotion. Your present rank in Serpent Private 3rd Class. In order to be promoted to Serpent Private 2nd Class, you must fulfill the following requirements. Okay, I need 2,000 seals. I have 2,000 seals. On the side of the elementals, I hereby confer upon you the rank of Serpent Private 2nd Class, and all rights and privileges associated with the title. Go forth, and do that which brings peace to the 12 Woods and honor to our name. So this Private 2nd Class, Private 1st Class, must fulfill the following requirements. 3,000 seals. Okay. Third class, 2nd class, 1st class, corporal! Sergeant, sergeant, sergeant. Chief Serpent Sergeant. 2nd Lieutenant, 1st Lieutenant, Captain. Captain, my captain. Even better material, yay! Welcome back. The elementals inform me. Yeah, the elementals, little birdie. From that you have opened your ears, the voice of the wind. This as well. You have learned to paint with all of their colors. You've made allies of 2 elements. You are well on your way along the path of conjuring. A full comprehension of these forces will only come to you in the fullness of time. Be patient. As you seek to embrace nature more fully, so will nature hold you more closely. They made you study wind? Why bother? It blows to study wind. Joke. You don't need wind to heal things. Whatever those dreary lessons tell you. Country is inexplicably bound with nature, so that dreary lesson is one you should have learned by now. I assume by your presence here that you are once again abandoning your tutors. You must understand if you persist in casting spells with the proper knowledge. I have all the knowledge I need. My mother never needed to embrace nature to heal, and the people she healed were thankful for her art. Yeah. I'll learn conjuring the same way she did and become such a great conjurer, you'll see. Or, you know, you could be less selfish and just heal people. I didn't come here to argue with you, Brother Eason. I wanted to tell you that I discovered how to cast rays. I shall bring back the dead. I am become God, and I spit in the eye of death. What were you thinking, girl? You know not what you do, what you risk. You are meddling with forces beyond your comprehension. Should you even attempt to use that spell, I will have no recourse but to strip you of your name of conjurer and banish you from these halls. Do I make myself clear? Why must you be so angry with me? It's not as if I were trying to hurt anyone. I'm just trying to bring back the dead. But that's... Sniffing, my dear child. This is precisely the point. My apologies, Sheila. I hope you do not find these constant disruptions distracting. No, they're not distracting at all. As you have just heard, Sylph's mother was also a conjurer who is unable to use any spells outside of the sphere of healing. Needless to say, Sylph seeks to emulate her in every way. It is a rare and wondrous talent to heal without relying on the energies of nature, but such power is not born of true conjuring. By all that we know of the art, it should not be possible for Sylph to cast rays. I shudder to think what would happen if she tried. Zombie mother wants your brain, child. Maybe her inability to set her upon the true path reflects my own failings as a teacher. I am only glad that there are some failings that have not hindered you. I got lucky with you. Whether it be with my help or in spite of it, I believe that you will become a fine conjurer. Already you are blessed with great power and great responsibility. Or shall be yours should you persevere with your art. Persevere if your art is indeed a shine. However many you grow, however powerful you become, remember that yours is a power borrowed, not taken. So when you're done with it, give it back to whoever gave it to you originally. Oh look, I learned rays. I too can bring back the dead. Costs nothing, doesn't do very much damage. Protect. Increase the physical and magical defense of target and all party members nearby target. Nice. Shurikens. Rescue! Somebody save me. Fluid area deals a 15 yalm knockback. Back I say. Let's go back into the forest. Oh yeah, lots of quests. And they're all higher level than me. Damn. Perhaps here I shall find some level-appropriate quests. I guess that's the best I got up there. Let's see, that's Hill. Hill is a BB. Take me there. Huh. It's the same size as a drumstick. It's almost as if he scaled to fit your character or something. That is a big thing. Yeah, I'm interrupting my sweet tunes. And apparently I basically achieved nothing. Great. You've seen your face around here before? It's my storm duty to keep the peace, blah 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 blah. Take Trust it. Outside is a large community, and you're hardly fighting folks, so you'll always need battle-savvy types who should be looking about. As it happens, we're suffering from an outbreak of midge of late. The beasts are driving our patrol instruction. Experiments there. You guys looking adventurers? Adventurers love tasks, don't they? Go clean my socks. Well, I need you to head to the forest and pick a glimshroom for me. You haven't the faintest idea what a glimshroom is, do you? Glimshroom is the common name for a variety of fungus with a unique white phosphorescence. What did you say? A glowing mushroom? Yes, I suppose you could put it that way. There was a colony on the rock face in the southeast, blah blah. By simply picking the first one you come across, the brightest blue mushroom you can find. Keep it easy. Well, yes, I would love to be able to harvest gloom mushrooms myself, but there is no small matter of Ixal scouts. Not terribly friendly, those chaps. Off with you go. So there's an NPC that knows exactly what her job is. Yeah, I could do it myself, but you're gonna do it anyway, so I don't care. Make this much mental, I'll need more mature leaves. Young lady, would you be so kind as to fetch those leaflets from the Micarus outside the hamlet? Wrapped up in fresh bread and mercy, and it's a lovely drink, absolutely bursting with nutrition and goodness. I'll have you know I always drink at least 1 cup every day. Alas, you people share my passion for healthy living. Truth be told, most wouldn't touch the stuff, not unless you add mulchu leaves. Anyways. Apparently, the taste and the smell are too distracting for such nonsense. I haven't tasted anything in years. Listen, battle on I shall stop talking and start stirring. Don't just stand there, dear. Run along and fetch me those leaves. This batch will be ready soon, and it would be such a shame if no one could drink it but me. I'd have to drink the whole thing by myself. Even fighting enemies that I am severely outleveled, it is still a slow go. Kill them chiggers. All low-level adventure quests involve killing pests. Low-level adventurer is nothing but the orphan man. I think I'd rather be fighting the wolves. At least it's a little bit more dignified. Yeah, we need you to go out and literally just stomp on a bunch of pests. Little flies out there, yeah, kill them. Winded. Nope. Nope. Yes. But sadly not any better than what I already have. Is it in fact identical? Well, it's blue instead of green. But I think it does the same thing. Well, since ancient times the tree have guarded these woods with their holy presence. Lately, though, I've been hearing the likes of Excel packs around the vicinity. No more than scouts, I'd wager, but if they were to lay their filthy hands on the hedge tree, well, if you're thinking about that, so pretty much oblige if you can head southwest of the hedge tree and see that no harm has come to her. Oh, and if you had a chance to encounter an Ixal, just poke them in the eye until they're dead. Be warned, though, the birdmen aren't like to them that leave. Aren't like to take their leave without a fight. Make sure you're prepared to keep your eyes peeled. You'll have to murder the hell out of all of them. There's your leaf. Let's see. Yes, that's 4, all right. Such a lovely scent. Now you gathered only the 4 I asked for, and not one more, yes? Oh, I know I shouldn't have had to ask, but these days more and more people forget to take only what they need. If we're to live in harmony with the woods, we must respect life and remember what it means to take it. Never be wasteful. Know the value of life and know the value of our time here in the world. That's why I always live my life to the fullest, wasting nary a moment and nary a word. Aye, not as much as a single one, not even right now, in some sort of terrible, tasteless joke or something like that. Wasting my time just sitting here stirring this pot when I could be doing anything else. But no, I do not waste anything. Remember, if you meet your man on the trail road, you must be ever mindful to show respect. You know, you remind me of my son. You like to drink unflavored garbage. It's a good boy, but sometimes forgets to mean to be a Gradanian. Why, just the other day I caught him and his fellows throwing Maytune beans at each other. He was there, was terribly cross. Who wouldn't be? All set to give those memorable scoldings. I remember that they were playing in teams, and that my son was leading the winners. As long as he was winning, it doesn't matter. No, I shouldn't be proud when I saw the way they marched the troops, by which I mean his friends. It was clear to me he was a born leader. Oh, yes. You see, later this day I was cooking, and he blah, blah, blah. Watched the vegetables. Such a good boy. Blah, 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 blah. You waste my time, lady. Oh no, I never would have guessed that something would attack me. I guess, maybe. Or brew and special. We're brew and especially savage. Loose must be dealt with. Has to be able to roam forest freely, feeding on cuddly woodland creatures and children. Yes, this is a terrible thing we must prevent. Shall beat you down myself. Nothing more exciting than watching a healer slowly DPS a boss down. Yep. So what do your spells do? Well, we got a heal spell, a resurrect spell, a slow damage over time attack and a very weak damage attack. I kill bosses. Doesn't much compare to killing a dragon, I guess. I might have using all my mana, though. All out of mana. Not enough mana. Through all of my mana, which is actually quite an expensive pool. Nixel, did you? Ha! Bloody birds think twice from your hamlets. So once drowned the 12 words, you know, but long ago they woke the green wrath and were driven out. Needless to say, they would be best pleased with us. Gridanians took their place here. In fact, it's none other than their settlement which kindled their hatred of us. I suspect depending on the hedge tree, we've come once more. We've once more proven ourselves a friend to those men. So, no, let's just be killers. Many of us need a hand. I think none better than the system. A hand and a leg. Sometimes a thigh. Pardon me? Might you be an adventurer for whom Ainsman speaks so highly? If you could but spare a moment. I've never thought myself a popular girl, and men rarely give me a chance to believe otherwise. Yet lately I've been a recipient of several gifts. Sparkling jewels and fine silks over which a prouder maid than I would surely swoon. All from an anonymous admirer. Naturally I was flattered, but I knew nothing of my mysterious benefactor, and so I endeavored to seek him out, only to discover that he is none other than Alibert, an infamous rogue wanted for countless robberies in Gridania. I realize now that all these presents were taken from others, that I have unwittingly won the affections of a dangerous criminal. That's not all. With his latest gift came a request. He insists that we meet in the woods outside of Hillsmith, where he intends to present me with the most precious gift. I'm at a loss. I beg you, my lady, will you go in my stead? I wish only to be left in peace, but I fear a man such as him would be driven to violence in such a word. There's a violent stalker out, and he wants to see me. Can you go and just, like, murder him? Just a little bit? Here's your glowing mushroom. Look at that glow. Perfect. This only makes a potent remedy for creeping death. Or still the obvious question, the creeping death is a deadly plague that once ravaged the, may be cured through simple conjury. It doesn't hurt to have a steady supply of medicine. You never know when conjurers might run out. For all, out here in his family college, conjurers be on him whenever a youngling coughs. Make them ancient for wandering adventurers, though, huh? Hello. I want you to meet me on that evil black spot under the tree. It's a very nice spot. Oh yeah, this guy. Infamous criminal right here. He's not a putz at all. Oh, but all he wants is directions. He just lost after all. All I wanted was directions to the Burger King. Ugh. Did you murder the crap out of him? Well, for now, I give thanks for released. A letter for me. A sweetly scented letter delivered. My dearest Emeria, I pray this letter finds you well. I know my gifts were sudden and many, but I hope that you will find them to your liking. Seeing you in the first summer of your womanhood, oh my gosh, he's a pedophile. I could restrain myself no longer. My thoughts have been only of you this past many moons, of what gifts to bring you happiness. Yet to see you smile from afar is not nearly enough. I long to live together with you in Hillsmiths, and nothing would bring me greater joy. I would give you a grand garden filled with white carmel, Charlem. I don't know flower names. But such dreams can never be true. My crimes are known and will never be forgiven. The most I can hope for you is for you to know my heart. That would grant me a measure of peace. And so, if it does not cause you distress, I would write to you again. Yours always, Albert. Thank you for bringing this letter, his most precious gift. I understand now, but how did he know my favorite flower? It's almost like he's been a stalker or something, which I already admitted to, but nah. Anyway, we must return the presents to their rightful owners. I know it will not ease this Albert's sin, but perhaps the 12 will view him more kindly. Forgive me this final request, but could you go to Gridania and speak with a woman named blah blah blah? You should find her in the Carling Canopy. Tell her of all that transpired here today, and she'll know what to do. The quest is not yet over. My robes got all wet. Is that what you say? Oh, I see, Albert. Fool! Fell with the stolen goods, worry not. Yes, I know of that boy and his family. He once lived in this very town. One day he stole a handful of carmeline seeds from an influential merchant in the Ebony Stands. You see, this boy had a sister. Carmeline was her favorite flower. Seeking only to make his sister happy, I doubt he grasped the gravity of his act. Regardless, his parents felt that he had brought terrible shame to the family, so they disowned him. That's terrible. Are you stealing seeds? Cast out of hearth and home, he grew desperate, and those who think only of survival think little of law. A common enough tale, perhaps. Now you know the truth the sister Albert loved so dearly is. He's not a secret lover, he is secretly your brother. And maybe also your lover, I don't judge. So you have to remember now, my left and parents decided to conceal his existence. The word of the boy's banishment soon spread, and the parents were forced to move in. I surely heard the rumors of her long-lost brother, though a gentle girl like her would never question her parents' honesty. And whatever faint memory she once had would be long gone. Despite the danger, I suspect he now keeps close to Gridania, refusing to leave his beloved sister for a second time. I'm sure even can think of stolen goods. If only it were as simple as returning them to the rightful owners. Sadly, its crimes are not so easily forgiven. But perhaps by the time these seeds have sprouted and their flowers bloomed, we will find a new path. Hey, look, I can learn to dance. I mean, no secret about my disinclination towards Gridanians. And as you may know, what I just saw a rare sight that I would be remiss not to share with my fellow adventurer. Just over yonder in the acorn orchard, I saw a comely maiden, new to these benign parts, I'd wager, dancing with a gaggling of younglings. 'Twas a dance I'd never seen. I traded a dance I'd not seen before, and I've seen my fair share. Yes, lots of dances. Do they perhaps ready themselves for some fresh rite? After so much doom and gloom, I shouldn't mind a bit of merrymaking. Ah, just a thought excites me. Would you see what it's all about? I do it myself, but I'm very busy looking at all the fine, fine young things already here. Thunder and lightning. Incidentally, it's also raining here as it's raining in the game. Some sort of freaky coincidence. Day of merrymaking. Is that all the adventurers think about? I am here to teach, my dear lady. For me, these younglings are to learn a most sacred, meaningful, and uniquely uplifting dance. Now, I realize full well that tradition may not hold much allure for the young, and I don't think that would make blah, 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 blah. This manner of disobedience is unprecedented. It's all the more surprising considering they obey the timber master without demur. What I would give to know is secret. I must wait here for my unruly charges. I wonder though, might you ask the man how he tamed them? key is inside the building. That door is closed. I phased through the door. The green adventurer come to play with saws. Apparently not. Speak your mind, child. So the younglings will not heed the dancing master, and I am to provide the solution? This seems to be able enough. But having no generosity towards herself, she has none for her charges. Give the younglings these on her behalf and bid them return for the lesson. They are all located in a different portion of the map. Things I do for children. You're not hiding very well. So, you're wrong. Wooden toy lovingly crafted. Oh, he's Santa Claus. It's supposed to be a bribe. And she's got herself a deal, adventure lady. This is supposed to be a bribe. It worked! I don't want to be a dancer. Why can't we just play? I mean, I guess we could dance for fun, but I don't think Mr. Aaron knows how. She's so uptight. Somebody needs to take the stick out of her. Oh, wait. It's the one in Master Band. Does that mean that there's more if I go back to class? Bribery! It works. With both hands, then look left, up, right, down. Or is it up, down, left, left? Is it up, down, left, right? A, B, start. Why, this is made of maple. It's unmistakable. Ah, Master tell me the grain of it almost flows like syrup. Someday I'll be a timber master like him. He wants me to go back to North Grass, doesn't he? Yeah. He always tells us that if you can true a piece of wood, there's no excuse for not truing yourself. All right, I'm going. I don't really want the toy. I don't know. He still looks so sternly at me. Why is it the red? You cannot complete this quest until the following conditions are met. You're level 14. That is a bunch of baloney right there. I can take the quest, but I can't complete it. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's not right. Somebody screwed up in the game design department. But anyways, it is very late, and I have streamed much content tonight. So that'll be the end of my soiree into conjuration. Until next time, the ugly banana robe of wobiness says goodbye.